This just one of many of the back pages in England today running the same story. Sancho scrap reports that Jadon Sancho could be leaving Borussia Dortmund in the summer. Chelsea and Manchester United to battle it out for his signature. Gab, 120 million seems to be the figure. This seems to make sense from all parties, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an enormous fee, but the guy's been phenomenal for 2 seasons, and he doesn't even turn 20 until next month. I think from Chelsea's perspective, there's certainly an appetite to bring in, a big name, a big attacking weapon. I think though you get into a bit of a numbers there on the wings, and Christian Pulisic is obviously a guy they spent a lot of money on. Callum Hudson-Odoi is already there. They've extended Willian another year. But still, if you have a chance to get Sancho, I think you have to go for it.
If you're Jadon Sancho, where are you going?
At the moment, I'm probably going to go Chelsea.
Yeah.
And other times I would have said Man United. But it depends what they're going to do. But if Chelsea are going to start spending again, and I presume there will be at least some spending, then I look at some of the exciting players they've got, and they're certainly further up the road. Plus it's London, which I think is a big attraction for a lot of players, as I imagine it would be for a young man.
Me, you, Shaq? Same money, no, same contracts?
I think it also depends on where each of these clubs finish the season and who is playing Champions League football. Listen, I know Chelsea right now sitting in the top 4, but that's up in the air. As are a number of things about Manchester United. But as we sit right now...
What if they both finish Champions League?
If they both,
United win the Europa League, Chelsea finish 4th.
And they both compete in Champions League,
yeah.
Certainly Chelsea seem to be in a club in less disarray right now, and I know that's not a good measure, who's in less disarray. But as we've been discussing, or you've been discussing on the show this week, I also don't think that, especially given what we heard from Pochettino this week, that Solskjaer will be the manager come August. So there's a lot of question marks that will be answered between now and when Jadon Sancho, I guess, has to make that decision. But as we sit right now, Chelsea, for me, the better option.
Meanwhile, Frank, reports suggesting that Hakim Ziyech could be moving to your former club in the summer as well. And I know this is a player that you like a lot.
Yeah, I do, because the way he plays, I would love to see a little bit of joy and happiness on his face. But really what he brings to the football, the way he plays, the efficiency that he can shows every game he plays for Ajax, makes me think that he can bring the same to the club, coming from his right side and with his fantastic left foot. So I would love to see that player in my former club, that for sure.
Gab, report.
Maybe if he watches this show, he'll see how joyous we can be at times.
Right,
and
well, use that as inspiration.
Maybe, I don't know,
just you,
try
maybe.
And inspire,
Yes.
No? All right, maybe not.
You played with a smile on your face. No one could see it because your teeth, though. That was a problem. Just big gap there. Gab.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's not uncalled for.
Gab, this seems quite likely, yeah?
Well, people are presenting it as if it's pretty much nearly a done deal. I don't get it, because I don't see a scenario where you're going to sign both Ziyech and Sancho, or even make a serious attempt at Sancho, for the simple reason that you just spent a big wad of money on Pulisic. You want to, if I go back to this, you want to find out if he can play. You're not going to sell Callum Hudson-Odoi until he's fully fit, and he's obviously a saleable asset, but the club like him and believe in him, and you just expended Willian. So this whole thing doesn't fully make sense to me. And what I will say about Hakim Ziyech is, I don't know if it's the people around him or not, but he's got previous here. He certainly had all but signed for Napoli a couple of years ago, and then at the last minute did a U-turn. So proceed with caution.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.